Ladies and gentlemen, as much as I hate to do this, I have to raise my hand. I got to get my L ready for Texas. My home state takes another L, and we have yet another story out of Houston, Texas, and why so many children are losing their lives in Texas at the hands of these people who look like this, the queens, is beyond me. Guys, I'm going to say some things that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities. I need y'all to get your BBB emojis ready to go. The Brittany Big Belly Bowens emojis. Y'all should, if y'all are channel members, y'all should have access. Y'all see her little light skinned face in there. Y'all type that in there, because this is going to be another story about these alleged queens doing the most heinous stuff. Who would ever thought? You think when you hear about places like Chicago and they busting guns, you generally think about young men, young boys out busting guns at each other, right? And they happen to be hitting a whole bunch of innocent people. Well, what if I told y'all that this individual, along with some other people, are being accused of doing drive-bys, pulling up, driving by, and busting guns? Can y'all believe that? Why this woman sitting there looking like somebody took a bottle of bleach and knocked the shit out of her with it? Like this woman, like somebody held her upside down and a bottle of acid. Houston, Texas, just over a year after a little boy by the name of Jordan Allen Jr., who was 5 years old, a year later, they're just now getting this information, which is why we're talking about it now. Known to the family as Baby J, was shot and killed by a stray bullet, and a woman has been charged in his death. Crazy eyes right there. Her name is Shapri. And I want y'all to see how they spelled this ghetto hood ratchet name. Shapree. Shapri. Shapri. If you live next to a Shapri, you should flee. I damn near stole that from Tommy, but shout out to Tommy. If you live next to a Shapri, you should flee. Her last name is Stoneham, which is Stoneham. Stoneham. Shapri Monique Stoneham. They should stone her instead of Stoneham. She's 30 years old, and she is charged with felony murder after court documents said that she knowingly fired a gun in the direction of an apartment on Richmond Avenue and was reckless as to whether the space was occupied. I was a little bit relieved, but still in a sense like she hasn't been caught, according to Tatiana Jones, Jordan's mom. So my heart is still heavy, but I'm glad to know that they actually have a name behind the shooting. So they're saying that this woman is still at large. So if you guys see this woman, I'm pretty sure that she's probably hiding up under some man somewhere. So there's some desperate man out there that's desperate for some pussy that probably got this woman and hiding her out, because a lot of men out there are simps and they don't believe in turning in the black queen so she can be absolved for her transgressions. I would never be able to use that terminology again. I would never be able to repeat that ever again. Be absolved from her transgressions. So she's probably hiding out if she hasn't already been arrested and caught as of this video. But let's talk about this. The bullet that hit Jordan hit him in the back of the head. Oh my goodness. Let me get this baby boy up on the screen. Y'all look at his face. Houston, Texas had a beautiful baby boy. Big, bright smile. Energetic young man. Could have probably grown up to become anything. This baby boy was shot in the back of the head while he was playing outside. He was making TikTok videos with his friends on the balcony outside of his father's apartment, which they should have been able to do safely. Jordan was taken to Texas Children's Hospital in critical condition, but they had to take him off of life support. I think it was 3 days later. According to court documents, a witness had been standing on the second floor balcony with Jordan, his father, and 2 other children when she heard gunshots coming from the parking lot. She saw a dark-colored 4-door passenger vehicle speed away from the gate. "It's horrible," said Millie White, little Jordan's grandmother. "Just horrible. Just constantly thinking of him, feeling sad because we can't find the killer just because she took his life." The witness told investigators that there had been a fight at the apartment. Oh my goodness. So I want y'all to think about all these little hood fights that they be recording on video. Because you know what? It used to be a bunch of dudes fighting, and now it's become a bunch of females fighting. And do y'all know why that is? And it ain't just regular females. And I know they say, well, white people do it too. Wrong is wrong. And I don't care what race of people do it. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And if we know other people do it, and it's a bad thing, then why would we follow suit? If they jumped off a damn cliff, then why would we do it too? But most of the fight videos I see, at least over the past 3 years that I've been doing this, have all been women who share my skin color, my skin hue. Look just like me as far as skin color. If not darker, if not lighter. Throwing hands in the street, in the club, in the parking lot, in apartments, in dirty ass houses, at the food stamp office, in Walmart, at the Piggly Wiggly. And yes, there are videos out there like that. I had to take them down. Because people was flagging my videos like some hoes, right? Because they didn't want me to expose this, I guess. So I had to take the videos down. They wanted me to take the evidence down. But y'all notice how many times that those fights happen, and how many times do those females get arrested? Like not ever, hardly ever. Why do I say that that's even significant? Why do I even bring that up? Because now they fight, they mad, they got all of this estrogen pumping, and they still ready to get it in, and they have nothing but space and opportunity to do so. So what do? They get some hoes together and they go pull up. There was a fight at the complex earlier in the night between one woman and a second woman who was friends with Jordan's father. Wow, so there was a slight connection. Yes, there was a fight at the Piggly Wiggly. I'm not making that up. I promise you. That's not a lie. It was women and some kids actually fighting, but let's move past that. I might have to share that video with y'all if y'all want to see it in a private forum. The witness claimed that the fight also involved a man who was another friend of Jordan's dad. Now, the witness said she believed the vehicle that shots were fired from was also the same vehicle associated with the people involved in the fight. Makes sense, because they knew each other. Authorities said that they spoke to the second woman, called witness number 2 in court documents, claiming that she admitted to having a fight with the woman before the shooting. Witness number 2 said that during the fight, there was yet another woman who stayed in the car. After the fight, they said the 2 women drove away. A tipster spoke to police and shared a recording where Stoneham, which is bleach face, bleach head. That's Stoneham, bleach head. A tipster spoke with police and shared a recording where Bleachhead identified herself in a conversation about the shooting, according to court papers. Also in the recording, Bleachhead allegedly said that if police came after her, she would be gone on the first train to Austin. So she was going to run. On Monday, April the 6th of 2021, investigators said that Bleachhead called them to say that she wasn't involved in Jordan's murder and that it was her cousin who shot and killed the boy. Don't they call that snitching in the hood, Bleachhead? Huh? Women are quick to call dudes snitches. But isn't that exactly what snitching is? To participate in a crime and then you go tell on other people who were involved in the crime with you? To absolve yourself from any wrongdoing? She told on her cousin. Ain't that a bitch? She said it was her cousin that did it. Officials said that on April 7th of 2021, she was told to give a recorded statement, but Bleachhead declined because she was in Austin and would need a ride to Houston, Texas. She was contacted at least 5 times over the next several days, but she declined. As of April 14th of 2021, her current location was unknown, and she no longer answers her phone or returns phone calls. So I'm telling y'all, she probably laid up under some dude, and she probably gargling cock in order to keep herself out of trouble. Last year, Bleachhead was identified as a person of interest in Jordan's shooting, along with an individual by the name of Khalisa Smith, which is spelled Khalisah. Hood names. Khalisa Smith, who is now 19 years old. Nobody on here looks like they're 19 years old. They all look like they're a good 30 and up. All of them. And an individual by the name of Alexis Lex Gore, Gore, who's 23 years old. And I believe I actually have an interview from her sister. If y'all want to hear that, let me know in the comment section if y'all want me to play her interview, okay? Now, according to the documents, Gore denied being at the shooting, and in the recording, Smith was named as one of the women involved in the fight. She was also allegedly in the passenger seat of the car. Now the challenge is to find Bleachhead, who is currently the only person charged with Baby J's death. Bleachhead is still active on Facebook. She is still active on Facebook. You just can't be that level of dumb. Stupid is as stupid thugs. Even the women. This woman don't need jail time. She needs time in hell. There's a special place in hell for an idiot like this. Really, really dumb. Stupid is as stupid thugs. She's still active on Facebook. Can y'all believe that? And she posts biblical references several days after she was charged with murder. Of course, because we're going to pray to Jesus that we're going to repent for our sins. Lordy, Lordy Jesus. We're going to pray to God, and God just going to make this all go away. And everything I did wrong and fucked up in my life just ain't going to matter anymore, right? Is that the way it works? Is that the way it works, Bleachhead? I saw her Facebook page. She posts a lot of scriptures, said Jones. I don't know if that's her conscience, but she should just turn herself in at this point because we know who you are. Now, why can't they use some of this damn technology and track old Bleachhead down is beyond me. They ought to be able to ping her location, find out where she's at. I don't know if they're just intentionally waiting, but I don't know. But anyway, let's give you guys a fair usage. Let me let you hear the news videos and the interview. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. We gotta find bleach heads, y'all. Let's get it.
This is 5-year-old Jordan Allen Jr. and his father, Jordan Allen Sr.
Happiest child in the world. Joy, it brings joy to everybody.
Now the father grieves knowing he'll never get to hold, see, or talk to his youngest son ever again.
There's no word to describe how I feel.
Monday morning would be the last time Allen would get to be beside his son. He was taken off life support at Texas Children's Hospital less than a week after he was shot in the head by a stray bullet. It happened at their apartment in Southwest Houston on Richmond Avenue.
Yeah, they were actually on the porch doing TikTok video.
The next thing Allen heard was gunshots and his son pleading for help.
Everybody running in the house. And the kids running the house. So I ran to the porch. And then I seen my son laying on the ground holding his head, asking for my help.
He then flagged down an ambulance to take him to the hospital. Meanwhile, Houston police still continue to investigate as Allen now figures out how he'll lay his son to rest.
Well, more than a year after this little boy here with a megawatt smile was gunned down on the southwest side, an arrest has finally been made. We're talking about this woman here that you see there. She was finally charged, but police say she's not the only person tied to this killing. ABC 13's Jessica Willey spoke to little Jordan Allen's mother tonight. And Jessica, the family is one step closer to getting justice, but not quite yet.
Yeah, Houston police believe more people were involved in this little boy's murder, so his family hoping for more arrests. Tonight, Shapri Stoneham remains in jail. A magistrate set her bond at $500,000.
I'm happy that they caught her. I feel like we'll get justice.
Tiana Jones has waited more than a year for an arrest in her son's murder.
I really hope that she gets the maximum sentence that they could give her, because not only did she murder my baby, but she also has a child.
Shapri Stoneham, a mother herself, was arrested on Friday. She had eluded police since April, ever since she was charged with felony murder for the March 2020 shooting death of 5-year-old Jordan Allen.
That did something to our family. It kind of broke us, you know.
The little boy was just playing on the balcony at his father's apartment on Richmond when he was shot in the head. Court documents say he was the innocent victim of a drive-by shooting intended for someone else, and that Stoneham...
Ms. Stoneham, you are charged with the first-degree felony offense of murder.
...came up with the idea and was the driver. She made her first court appearance on Saturday. 2 other women are believed to be involved, but Jordan's family say this is a good start.
I couldn't even understand how she could even just look at herself.
Jordan had a big smile and a big heart.
He was just an awesome, lovable child.
The morning he was shot, he talked about how much he was looking forward to his birthday.
He loved his birthday.
Yeah,
very much.
So next month,
September 17th, and he would have been 7.
There will be another celebration like last year without him. They hope all involved in his death are eventually held responsible. Jordan was so innocent.
People can shoot a child and just go on and run and hide and go on about their business.
He was just an awesome kid, and I'm glad to be able to have been his mother, but I miss him very, very much, and I wish he was still here.
Jessica Willey, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Play. Now, this is the voice of Jasmine Gore, who was the cousin of Alexis Gore, who was named as a person of interest. I'm going to try to turn the volume up so you guys can hear what she had to say. I want y'all to hear this. Here we go.
We don't know the little boy who passed away, and it's very unfortunate to even be tied in the situation. We know one of the girls. We don't know the other girl. We don't know what went on. And we just want to clear our names because we had nothing to do with it. My sister, she doesn't work, but she has a job because she keeps my kids while I'm at work, and she was at home the whole day.
It feels horrible. Like, it's people inboxing me and DMing me, like, threatening me and my family. Like, I'm trying to see why would they, how, I don't know. Bro. She want to know how is she even implicated in this, and why are the detectives not telling y'all that we came down there yesterday around 11:30 and stayed for almost 2 hours, and they let us go freely. Like, why would they want to do that to us? Like, do that to her? Like, destroy her image? Like, it's bad because we don't even feel comfortable in our home. We had to.
Said ruin her image. Don't you have to have an image to ruin first? We'll let y'all hear this again, boy. They got this weird, twisted view of themselves. This really high view of themselves, and then talking about, well, she had a job because she was watching my kids. No, ma'am, that's not a job. That is not a damn job.
We came down there yesterday around 11:30 and stayed for almost 2 hours, and they let us go freely. Like, why would they want to do that to us? Like, do that to her? Like, destroy her image? Like, it's bad because we don't even feel comfortable in our home. We had to like leave because, you know, I have children, she doesn't, but she's around my kids every day, and this is something we would not do to nobody or their kids.
What kind of threats are you all getting?
Death threats, saying they're going to come shoot our house up, kill our kids, everything. And I feel like the police, they cannot find out who's doing it, so they're ready to put the blame on anybody. Because when I spoke to Detective Huff this morning, he told me he was going to clear it up, and he still hasn't. And this is saying it's a real criminal out there, and he's not even trying to find out who did it. They just want to put the blame on somebody.
Thank you, Madam Ghetto. Definitely appreciate your thoughtful words there to try to bail these people out of this stupid, ignorant crap, because y'all don't want to be held accountable for nothing. But let me give you guys my closing thoughts, and I want y'all to remember that all of these fights that are going on. As a matter of fact, to my good women out there, and shout out to y'all. That's actually a screenshot from her in court. But to my good women out there, here's one thing that y'all can do. Y'all can demand, especially when we talk about equality in the United States of America, y'all can actually demand that all of these fights that are going on, that the women be treated just like the men. If you catch them fighting and acting a fool in public, everybody should be under arrest for assault, for disturbing the peace, like Ludacris, or whatever the case is, but they should be charged for something. But they should be charged for something. The fact that they are charged for nothing, and a lot of times they just break it up and let them go, and then they turn around and let this fester, and then they turn around and pull up in a car and then just start busting it. Because, see, this was not random. That's one thing I knew, that this was not random. They didn't just pull up to the apartments and then just start shooting and accidentally hit that area. They shot with intention. They shot with intention. Their intention was to hit somebody. And when you ask, did they shoot that boy intentionally? The answer is yes. Their intention was to hit somebody. Well, they accomplished their mission. Even if it wasn't the person that they wanted dead, they hit this boy. And this goes to show how far our stupidity has gone. Stupid is as stupid thugs. This is not gun violence. This is thugs with gun violence, even if it is women. But like I said, I think that they need to be held more accountable. And the quicker we can get people like this off the street, out of our community, and stop these women from being breeders, for having these children only for the benefits that they can collect from these kids. We call that babies for benefits over here at the AFC, which is why we had a shirt. That's why we wear these shirts. To let people know what we're going to take a stand against. We're going to continue to raise our voices. We're going to continue to share these stories. We're going to continue to speak on these things until we get some change. We're going to continue to vote the right people in office. We're going to get the right prosecutors in office, the right judges in office. We're going to demand that our police do better, and not only do better, but we need to refund the police and not defund the police. This baby boy right here could have grown up to become anything. And I want y'all to think about the fact that we're so quick to have all of these protests for all of these grown people who have passed away. But I want y'all to look at this baby who was sitting in the hospital helpless for 3 days. For 3 days, this baby was sitting in the hospital when they had to pull him from life support. Jordan Allen Jr. could have grown up to become anything. He could have grown up to become something great. And all of those women who participated in that fight, it's all of their fault. Matter of fact, I think they all should be charged with manslaughter. How about that? If it was 6 women fighting, 6 women should be charged with manslaughter. Because I think until we start to put down stronger laws like that to really put some fear in people, oh crap, we can't get into no fight because if somebody die, I might go to jail. There should be a level of fear because clearly common sense is not doing it. We are our own worst enemies. We continue to point the finger at everybody else, but to this father and to this baby boy with that beautiful smile is sitting in heaven next to God, and he's wondering, why didn't my black sisters think my life was important? They always talk about the beautiful black queens. But what about our young princes? What about our young princesses? What about his life? Did his life not matter? He was 5 years old. Jordan Allen Jr. was 5 years old. I still vividly remember what my daughter was like at age 5. Always remember those days. But let me get a solo shot with him up there. So just to let y'all know, Bleachhead has been caught. So I'm hoping that they throw the book at her and don't throw no more bleach at her. But as far as to Jordan Allen Jr., 5-year-old boy, young prince, R.I.P. He deserves so much better. He deserved a chance. And he lost his life at the hands of people who look just like him. Thank you guys so much for listening with an open mind and an open heart. And we pray that not only, I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to just have to start sending people like this to jail, period. If you participate in a murder like this, everybody involved got to go to jail, period. I think that would discourage people from participating in stupid shit. Thank you guys so much. Young Prince, R.I.P. Guys, have a great day. Have a great night. And we'll see you guys on the next stream, okay? Peace.